You know, there's something I hear from so many people over 60. Something that worries them more than almost anything else. It's not aches and pains. It's not even the fear of slowing down. It's the worry that their memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. Maybe you've had that moment where you walk into a room and forget why you're there. Or you meet someone you know you've met before, but their name just slips away. It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's the good news. Memory loss isn't an inevitable part of aging. In fact, there are simple, everyday habits that can keep your mind sharp, your memories clear, and your confidence high. And the best part? These aren't complicated routines or expensive treatments. They're small, practical things you can start doing today. So if you've ever worried about forgetting the little things or even the big ones, stick with me. We're going to talk about 5 simple habits that can make a real difference in keeping your memory strong. And we'll start with one that you might not expect has such a big impact. Habit number 1, move your body. Your brain will thank you. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What does exercise have to do with memory? Well, more than you might realize. When you move your body, whether it's walking, dancing, gardening, or even just stretching, you're not just helping your heart or your joints. You're actually giving your brain a workout too. See, physical activity gets your blood flowing, and that means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your brain. It also helps release chemicals that protect brain cells and even grow new ones. Studies have shown that regular exercise can improve memory and slow down cognitive decline. And you don't have to run a marathon. Just 30 minutes of gentle movement most days can make a big difference. Think about it. When you take a walk outside, you're not just exercising your legs. You're noticing the birds singing, the way the leaves rustle in the wind, maybe even saying hello to a neighbor. All of that engages your brain too. So if you want to keep your memory sharp, start by finding ways to move that you enjoy. Because the best exercise is the one you'll actually do. Habit number 2, feed your brain the right way. Now let's talk about something we all do every day, eating. But did you know that the foods you choose can either help or hurt your memory? It's true. Just like your car runs better with the right fuel, your brain works best when you give it the right nutrients. Some of the best foods for your memory are the ones packed with antioxidants, healthy fats, and vitamins. Things like blueberries, they've even been called brain berries, fatty fish like salmon, nuts, leafy greens, and even dark chocolate in moderation. On the other hand, too much sugar or processed food can leave your brain feeling foggy. And here's a little tip. Staying hydrated is just as important. Even mild dehydration can make it harder to concentrate and remember things. So keep a glass of water nearby. And if you're not a big water drinker, try adding a slice of lemon or cucumber to make it more refreshing. Now, I know changing eating habits isn't always easy, so start small. Maybe swap out one less healthy snack for a handful of walnuts, or add some spinach to your eggs in the morning. Your brain will notice the difference. Habit number 3, never stop learning. Challenge your mind. Here's something fascinating. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And one of the best ways to keep your memory sharp is to keep learning new things. It doesn't have to be complicated, just something that makes you think in a different way. Maybe it's picking up a new hobby, like painting or playing an instrument. Or perhaps it's doing puzzles, crosswords, or even learning a few words of a new language. The key is to step outside your comfort zone a little. When you challenge your brain, you create new connections between brain cells, which helps protect your memory. And don't worry, this isn't about being perfect at something new. It's about the process of learning. Even if you've never picked up a paintbrush before, just trying something new wakes up parts of your brain that might have been dormant. So think about something you've always wanted to try, even if it's just reading a book in a genre you don't usually explore. Your brain will thank you for it. Now, we've covered 3 powerful habits so far: moving your body, feeding your brain well, and keeping it active with learning. But there are 2 more habits that can make a huge difference in keeping your memory strong, and they're just as important. So let's keep going. You know, when we talk about keeping our memory sharp, it's easy to focus only on the things we do, like exercise or eating right. But some of the most powerful habits are the ones that happen when we slow down, when we rest, even when we connect with others. And that's exactly where we're going next. Habit number 4, sleep, the secret reset button for your brain. Have you ever noticed how much harder it is to remember things after a bad night's sleep? That's not just a coincidence. Sleep is like a reset button for your brain. It's when your mind sorts through the day's memories, deciding what to keep and what to let go. Without enough deep, restful sleep, those memories don't get stored properly, and that's when forgetfulness creeps in. Now, I know sleep isn't always easy as we get older. Maybe you wake up more often during the night, or you find it harder to fall asleep in the first place. But here's the thing. Small changes can make a big difference. Try keeping a regular bedtime, even on weekends. Make your bedroom as dark and quiet as possible. Blackout curtains can be a game changer. And if your mind races at night, try writing down your thoughts in a journal before bed, just to clear your head. Oh, and one more tip. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bedtime. That blue light from phones and TVs tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to wind down. Instead, try reading a book or listening to soft music. Your brain needs that downtime to keep your memory sharp. So treat sleep like the gift it is. Not just rest, but a way to protect your mind. Here's something you might not expect. Loneliness can actually affect your memory. It's true. When we spend too much time alone, our brains don't get the stimulation they need from conversation, laughter, and even the occasional friendly debate. But when we connect with others, whether it's family, old friends, or new ones, we're giving our brains a workout without even realizing it. Think about it. When you're chatting with someone, you're remembering details about their life, following the flow of conversation, maybe even recalling shared stories from years ago. All of that keeps your memory active and engaged. And it doesn't have to be big gatherings. Even a phone call with a friend or a weekly coffee date can make a difference. If you've been feeling a little isolated lately, try reaching out. Join a club, take a class, or even volunteer somewhere. Not only will you be helping others, but you'll be helping your own mind stay sharp. Because memories aren't just stored in our brains, they're kept alive in the stories we share and the people we love. Now, we've covered 5 simple but powerful habits. Moving your body, feeding your brain, learning new things, prioritizing sleep, and staying connected. But before we wrap up, let's talk about how to put all of this together in a way that feels doable, not overwhelming, because the best habits are the ones that stick. And I want you to feel confident about making these changes work for you. You know, sometimes the hardest part isn't knowing what to do. It's figuring out how to make these habits fit into your life in a way that feels natural, even enjoyable. Because let's be honest, if something feels like a chore, we're not likely to keep doing it for long. So let's talk about how to make these memory-boosting habits stick without adding stress to your day. The beauty of these 5 habits is that they don't require a complete overhaul of your routine. In fact, the best approach is to start small. Maybe today you take a 10-minute walk around the block, swap your afternoon cookie for a handful of almonds, or call an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Tomorrow, you might try a crossword puzzle or go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Small steps add up, and they're far more powerful than trying to change everything at once. And here's something important to remember. It's okay if some days don't go as planned. Maybe you skip your walk because it's raining, or you indulge in a slice of cake at a birthday party. That doesn't mean you failed. What matters is what you do most of the time. Progress over perfection. That's the key. Now, if you really want to give your memory an extra edge, there's one more thing you can try. Mindfulness. No, I'm not talking about sitting cross-legged for hours, unless that's your thing. It's as simple as taking a few moments each day to really focus on the present. When you're fully engaged in what you're doing, whether it's sipping your morning coffee or listening to a grandchild's story, you're far more likely to remember those moments later. Try this. A few times a day, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Notice what's around you, the sounds, the smells, the way the light falls across the room. It's amazing how much more we remember when we slow down just a little. Here's the truth. Your brain is capable of so much more than you might think, even after 60. These 5 habits, staying active, eating well, learning new things, sleeping deeply, and connecting with others, aren't just about avoiding memory loss. They're about living a fuller, richer life where you feel present, engaged, and confident in your own mind. So I want to leave you with this thought. Every small choice you make today is an investment in the memories you'll cherish tomorrow. Whether it's trying a new recipe, laughing with a friend, or simply taking a moment to breathe, it all matters. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits are you excited to try? Or maybe you've already found something that works wonders for your memory. Share it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on living your best life after 60. Because age is just a number, but a sharp mind, that's priceless. Here's to making every moment memorable. See you next time.